What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to my Cyberdecks Flashpoint challenge run. We've got the bounty counter hack to run, and just before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit Co-Conspire on Vertigo here to try to get my Street Wetware leveled up when she gets herself a limit break, and if I'm lucky, maybe we'll even see a power play, something like that. So let's go ahead and get a mutually beneficial agreement. We've got a Bodyguard job here, which no immediate rush on grabbing. I'll run it after counter hack, though. That'll be useful overall. We've got a mission to plan, though. Dustin uncovered the darknet host that routed Oscar's bounty payment and the following digital cover-up. Most likely the wire ghost who operates the site is a Bravestar undercover agent. We need to find the key financial ledgers before the wire ghost who operates the darknet host becomes aware of our hack and terminates the host. So we'll get whatever money we can for funsies, but the primary thing is, do I want to spend 75k on making my hack easier? I don't think so, actually. Bracket has a nearly maxed out suite of cyberdeck programs and whatnot. I think she's going to be just fine. She's currently stressed. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and start the mission and try to have a good time with it. This terminal has a matrix cords plugged in for the target matrix relay. I'm ready to infiltrate and find this transaction ledger. The file we're looking for is named the counter fingerprint ledger. We need some pre-hack juice. We can take it, but steal whatever else you can, then head for the exit. Someone on the team will pick you up. Sure thing. More dialogue, looks like it. Alright, finally dropping in. And, okay, we got 4 turns. Shouldn't be too bad. I guess we'll see how big the host is, and maybe its famous last words. This is, okay, medium, not huge, basically. So I'm going to try to remember to skip hard shell. I don't think I'll actually need it. I can get deck shield from other sources, but we'll see. Let's load all the normal stuff for now. I only have 140 IO left, but it should be okay. Let's walk out to here. Let's see damage to connection, and then connection use is a pretty easy one too. And because we're looking for a file download, we actually have to go through and deal with each of these download nodes the best we can. Looks like the trap is relatively docile, and it's when you exit the node, so we'll leave you for the end. That's actually wild. We got it in the very first one. All your files are belong to us. The critical files downloaded with the UD ledger intact. It's a major clue we can use. Let's get you out of there. Well, of course, we can still take some free downloads on that way. So we're going to start by doing all this stuff. And then, unfortunately, the act device is going to be a little awkward here. So I'm going to load baby deception. So I can go, I'm thinking up instead of down. It doesn't really matter too much, but I'm just going to make a choice. I'm going to go ahead and block tally more than connection health. I think that's going to be correct. Obviously, I could be wrong. I don't have much more I can easily load, but I can just barely fit this. Make a little bit more progress. I'm going to go ahead and block tally more than AP. AP is not going to be my primary blocker here. In fact, I have almost nothing else to use. What I'm going to go for is just hit this null op because I can. I think it's relatively easy. And I think were there downloads here? Yes. I'll go ahead and hit that. Scan. Okay, well, we do the scan and realize that this is not getting revealed. This must be the CPU. Null op that, get moved, I don't really care. The question was, did we kill everything? Looks like no, there's probably still some ice there, so I'm just going to hit it with another null op. That means I have no charges left. I also have no AP left. Oh, shoot. Darn it, I wasn't counting AP. I had not enough AP to use scan afterwards, so I can't spike this, so I have to disconnect or I get dump shocked. So that's my stuff on cooldown. That means I'm going to have less IO than I would like, but I can still find a way to get around this for the most part. So I only have 440, which means I cannot fit decoy. Let's see, this is going to be, it's going to be exactly 440, I think. Yep. All right, maybe I shouldn't have loaded the trap right away, but I did. It's too late. I have no charges, almost anything else here. I have very little deck shield, so let me go ahead and hit hard shell since I didn't have it from decoy here, which would have been decent enough to start. But here we are. Yeah, I can no longer go for the free scans anymore. I still want to go over here, hit the scan and spike the CPU to buy some space. There's going to be a lot of traps here. They're not too scary. It's only on load, so we're kind of chilling. Take these downloads. What's over here? Probably nothing too bad. Damage to deck. I get rerouted. That's fine. I guess I'll go here then. On any action. Traps aren't too bad then. It's load a program and exit the node. We get some nice accounts. And I want to get rid of exit the node, right? So we get rid of this. Everything else looks okay. Damage in any action. Scan for the trap. The trap is on download, so I gotta kill this one as well. That looks fine. And then I can't load any programs anyway. But what I can do is be out of action points and stop here. Okay, that's fine. Time for turn 3. I think I will load Decoy, to be honest. It's going to make things a little bit tough from the IO perspective, but I think it's correct. I forgot there's an I'm griefing. There's an onload program thing there that I just, like, forgot about. If you load a program relocate, it's not the end of the world. This didn't pop, thankfully, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, let's... Oh, right, because, yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Knock you down. Scan again. Nothing else here. Okay. And these are going to be annoying to deal with because I have to, like, attack them all manually. It's definitely going to suck a little bit. I'm going to preserve IO here and go and use the baby programs here. This lets me load attack a bit more reliably. So, tally on action. Program loading. I'm going to stop right there and start using attack. It's going to take a while. Oh, it's going to take a long while. And then I don't think it's worth just getting rid of that the normal way, because it's only worth 5 tally when destroyed. So I don't really care. I have 10 AP left, which is not even enough to connect and take them both down. So I have to end my turn right here, and then hope I can get a little bit more done on the next turn. So I am going to load Decoy. I think it's fine. Maybe it's not, but it's already too late. We'll get rid of the plus tally. Then we'll get rid of the connection use. We come down here, and what do we see? We see we have passive trap, and I need anti-active here. I'm going to need it for this thing as well, so I think it should be fine. I'm still going to take baby scan, because I think, once again, action points are not going to be my primary limiter here. Let's go ahead and get rid of... Actually, this is ignorable. I have 10 deck armor. I can hard ignore this, and it won't matter at all. I lose decoy. It's not the end of the world. Disarm you. Again, I'm going to ignore this straight up and just not spend the action points on it. And you can see I'm losing... Oh, actually, my armor got a little bit worse. I think it's still fine. Let's see. I've scanned 2 of 2. I have scanned there. This is all scanned. I'm just going to take my downloads. I'm going to come here. I don't have anti-trap, so I've got to go here. All right, what do we got? Load a program is chill. Damage to any action. I'm getting a little bit low here, but... Oh, shoot. Damn it. Okay, screwed up a little bit. Need to go here. Need to knock you down. Honestly, probably should have done it sooner, but that's gone because it was annoying. And then... Let's see. This is all disabled. There's going to be traps there. I have 1 charge of anti-trap. I can maybe be okay with only 1 charge, to be honest. Do I need decoy? I think to be safe, I'm going to load decoy. Go here, scan, steal AP, a little bit annoying. The reroute's a little annoying, but I'm going to be fine. My deck armor is back to 10. My deck shield is back to something good. That's already been popped. We scan for a second trap. There isn't one. Unfortunately, I can't get everything, so we'll just take 1 thing and be done. I don't think it actually matters, but I'm going to go ahead and walk, and disconnect in case the forced disconnect thing actually does, like, make me take stress or whatever. So, didn't have quite enough time. I mean, basically getting forced DC to not having overclock certainly slowed things down, but it is what it is. We got the important stuff. We got a little bit of pay data. We can ditch the hideout. It's fine. You are smooth in the digital there. The wire ghosts didn't have time to terminate the host before I snagged the ledger. Darknet hosts are so intangible they never stay around long, and if the wire ghost was really a Bravestar undercover, no wonder they burned it all down rather than be exposed. We got what we came for. They didn't purge the UD ledger completely. Ledgers love to record it all, in this case to our advantage. The counter fingerprint ledger has a wallet address in it. They'll nuke this chain of wallets quickly once they realize what they lost. But I was able to backhop the transfers they routed through 11 fake accounts before the money made it to the headers. It all leads back to a joint UNA and Bravestar discretionary spending account just earmarked with the word Hummingbird. I'm not a fan of hearing that the government is involved. What stake would UNA have in Oscar Kova's tech? Could explain a lot of things, where the funding is coming from, how Oscar has kept a secret inside of Bravestar. It also has big implications for where this tech would go. This isn't some pet Bravestar project anymore. It's even more dangerous. Ledger is a start to exposing the location or access point to the clandestine digital fingerprinting tech that Oscar Kova runs. We need to find the rest of the file set. That is currently not in the game right now, but when it is, that'll be a fun addition to the storyline of the game. Got a lot of accounts here. I probably need to try to get some of my people in line. So if I sort by influence, yeah, Dusty's already in line. I need to get Troy in line. Vertigo's at 70. So let me see if I can sell something to Troy. Let's look at accounts. My buyer is Troy Martini. Anything that... Yeah, so these are... Okay, these are sellable. This is sellable. Anything that's unmarked is bugged in the filter to... like, that doesn't have a, like, faction of origin functionally. Those are bugs to actually show up in... the filter, but they don't actually work. So, kind of unfortunate there, is what it is. Yeah, I can't do anything with these. Files, not used by a set. A bunch of corpo stuff, so certainly some of this will be able to be sold to our doctor friend. So you've already limit broken. I don't care about level 6 for you, which means I do want to put... Oh, wait, hold on. Who actually would buy these? Oh, this is the wrong faction, that's why. This is getting sold to Troy. I'm actually put him at 100, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. But Troy should be first in line now. He's at 90. Want to basically stay ahead of him because I don't really care about his services very much. Puppet Master is down, but that's okay. Right, this Ricksham Drips power play due at some point. I'm not in an immediate rush there. I'm going to go run the Bodyguard job to get my Street Splicer some influence. And yeah, I think that'll be fine. Need you to play Bodyguard and help move one of my couriers to safety. You know how it is. I've got critical data I need to move, but I can't trust the network is secured. You can feel free to read this convo if you want. It's a procedurally generated Bodyguard mission. And we've got a relatively new map here. It should be fun. There is a host. There's an optionally purchased red key. Favors let me reroll her limit break option, which is kind of nice. So put her at 90 influence as well. I think I'm not going to bother running a hacker since most of the things I could get aren't going to be very useful. So I'm going to have Bubbles go here. I'm going to go ahead and unequip. Try to find her because I'm griefing. There we go. I'm going to unequip this stuff, including the advanced metacloud. I know I could be using the loadout feature, and I'm not, but oh well. There's your advanced metacloud. Let's save this one. This is sniper rifle. Good enough. And then I can deal with other like mods and stuff later on as needed. Okay. I think this is my team. I could swap Static out for the Shotgunner. I think this is actually maybe... Oh, wrong person, actually. Static goes in. I want to drop Rhino out for the Shotgunner. This gives me a more varied team, which I find interesting. I have very, very bad device disabling, but whatever. I want to bring my hacker for this one, so I should send somebody else into this. Actually, let me double check one thing. Yeah, that's against D-Cartel, which is fine. That means I'm going to put somebody else into the trainer. Probably secondary sniper, I think. Because Liet's going, if I recall correctly. You're on legwork. I guess I could send you to the trainer. Yeah, you can hang out in the trainer for now. It's fine. You can gain some XP as a soldier. Okay. Just going to run this Bodyguard mission. And hopefully it goes reasonably well. Again, here's the squad. Should be solid. Yeah, I don't believe I have any... Oh, yeah, and you've got that going on. Okay, hang on. I'm going to do one thing, which is actually... No, it's fine. It's fine. You're going to have the modded out club, and that'll be okay. I've got a headhunter potentially chasing me. We'll see if that actually happens. But, yeah, the Doghouse Misdirect is a Bodyguard mission for Vertigo. Likely goes pretty quickly if I don't grief. I do want boxes if I can get them, though. We're here. Time to get to work. Meet Jonathan. You're charged for the evening. Our pay hinges on his survival. Okay, so our exit is all the way across the map. There's a red key door that we would need to either get from killing... I think we need to get it from a box. I could have hacked it, but I should be able to get it from a box. If I get soft luck, I guess I will complain, but we should be okay. Didn't bring a hacker. There is a route in from up there. I want to see what these guys are up to. You're walking away from me. You're walking closer. That's annoying enough for me to care. Yeah, if I do a full yield, I can't do much. Yeah, so... what I'm considering basically is, do I need my Cyber Knight to be in action right now? I guess I can... focus these two guys. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, actually. This is a little funky, but it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll leave you alive for a while. The core squad's going to go through here. And I'm going to use my talents to make this combat go a little bit nicer. I'm going to strike zone you guys. I'm going to J-tack somewhere like... Somewhere like this seems fine, actually. And the goal is going to be... Try to spend as little AP as possible. Go in the nest and shoot that guy, and it should be decent. So I'm here. You see me. You're angry. I pop nest. I have really, really good extra damage here. I have a 115% crit chance thanks to nest. And by the way, my crit damage is like over 3x. So I'm pretty sure you're getting one shot. Yep. Hit chance here is pretty bad because of the range. In fact, I really can't do anything here. So best I can do is just kind of delay. Now, Lambda can be jumped no problem. So I'm not going to be too worried about this. I'm going to have the guy who can't use combat in any meaningful way be the one to grab boxes, because why not? Also, he can't really be stressed because he's going to leave my team at the end. So if he runs through lasers, I don't care. But he's going to be the runner. He's going to grab boxes for me. You get a weapon mod. I'm going to run you forward. I don't care if you get seen. You're never going to use guns. We find 2 more guards. Thankfully, they are low level, so I don't really care. It's Static's time to shine. You should have no problem getting this thing. It's looking decent for you. You heard me. They're all very angry. Blade swipe's going to look pretty good. 50% crit chance. We got it. Now what I can do, actually, is Crimson Vector will actually... Oh, I'm not going to be quite in reach, am I? Okay, if I go in a straight line, can I make it happen? That might not work for me. I'll see if I can, but I think it's pretty likely I don't make it. Yeah, unfortunately, they have to be inside the circle for it to count, so sucks to suck there. I'm going to debuff you with a little bit of a laser swipe. And now that you're here, you can yield. This lets Panther come in and take down this laser gate. Not that I have to kill it. I just kind of wanted to. Ultimately, I wasn't going to take stress from taking only 20 damage, so it wasn't going to be that big of a deal, but... Swipe 1 is a kill. We get really, really good damage. And... Yeah, looks about right for armor. Okay. I'm just going to run towards more loot. My CK is going to solo this side of the map. He should be fine. Again, he shouldn't be taking stress from any of the damage rolls, so... He's going to solo this. Although I do want to rewind probably my sniper for next turn. And then, now that I have no more extra tally, I want to dissolve the best corpses I can. Looks like this is going to be the first best corpse. It's going to time out the earliest. Let's make sure I'm using as few AP as possible. If I am here, I am clearly in range for dissolve, and I can come back out. That should be just fine. And I can run up for the team now this way. Seems decent enough. We are, of course, going to generate tally from this box, but it is what it is. I'm just going to run you forward. You should still pretty easily... let's go... Wait, let me double check the range on Rewind. Have I increased it yet? Rewind is 25 meters, yeah, so I can just walk in a straight line to there, and it's fine. I'm going to rewind to get my combat tools back up. We see some more guards. No huge deal. There's a host there. Actually, it looks like there is no host to affect this anyway. I'm not seeing a host that is tied to a door. So, no big deal. It was going to be in a box no matter what. Searching for quantum interference is all they get. Let's have these guys walk around. Have Bubbles wait. I will rewind you. Make sure I hit you. There we go. And then, because I can, I will wait. Make sure all the guards have their turns, just so I have more information. Okay, you're standing still. You're standing still. They're probably going to move. I don't expect you're going to stand there forever. Let's see. I think CK grabs this and comes around. I mean, there's only 2 boxes there. I think we do want to fight for this side of the map. I'm worried about... Oh my gosh, you have a really good initiative roll. I think I brainworm you. And you're going to make noise, but I don't care. Well... Hang on, I can look ahead to know which way you're gonna go. I'm gonna hit some more delays, and I'm gonna have Panther figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna start by going here. That should be in snap range for the box. Yep, great. 5k. We get a weapon blueprint that I can't use. We get a really good weapon blueprint. This is, I think, the best pistol in the game. Can't use it. I mean, I guess I technically can, since I didn't say the rules were... This guy might actually walk up on me, but I'll probably be fine. So, depending on how I want to view my own challenge run rules, I guess I said I can't use the market for anything. I didn't say I can't make a nanofab, or that I could only use found weapons. But anyway, you're not going to really threaten me. I can hide behind, like, walls, no problem. I think I'm going to have my little dopey idiot here solo grab this and find ways around it, and the rest of my team's going to go that way. I think there are going to be very few enemies on this side of the map that actually matter. Although one thing to note is that there's going to be a lot of security tally, and thus guards being sent to investigate, which I didn't really plan for, and is going to make my job that little bit harder. I'm thinking I want to put you here, and just be ready to fight when invariably enemies come around and are annoyed. I could precast JTAG and start the cooldown. I think that's actually pretty reasonable overall. I expect to need this. I'm going to go ahead and have you end your turn. Now I could have my entire team stop here, basically waste 3 action points, but not get an escalation. I'm pretty tempted, to be honest. This delays what I expect to be reinforcements, and to me is honestly a worthwhile delay. So I'm going to send the squad here and simply be a little bit slower in the forward movements. We did create tally 1, 2, 3, so there's 1, 2, 3 guards being sent. 2 are going to be sent here, 1's going to be sent here. We'll see which ones are where. But you weren't sent, so you're going to be chilling. Yep, you're just hiding. It's no big deal. You're standing around as well. This guy was one of the one who was sent, so we're going to see. You're going away from me, that's just fine. Let's have the entire team wait. Have the entire team wait, and then you're on the way, and you're the one going... Actually, I don't know yet. No, you're not going to the CK, because you'd be going up this way if you're going to the CK, so you're going here. Yep, we in fact know that. I think CK just generates a ton of tally. It is what it is. I have no way around that. We're already going to escalate no matter what, so him getting seen here I don't think matters. I'm going to have him stop, though, and reactively stun if needed. So they hear me, which means they're looking the wrong way. Ooh, I just dropped the strongest assault rifle in the game. So well, to me there's 2 best ARs in the game. One is the Eagle Sight and one is the K-Thrasher. In terms of pure expected DPS, the Eagle Sight is the highest. But if you're able to stack accuracy buffs, which to be fair, you actually can, I am running snipers after all to buff accuracy, then the K-Thrasher is better. Because you can just stack enough accuracy where you can get what you're looking for. Either way, though, that is a huge power spike. Somebody's going to be just rolling in damage as a result. Jonathan is under JTAC. These guys are attackable. No one can hear anything. I think we just take these shots and we go for the kill here. And if we somehow can't kill someone... Yeah, it's not bad. Then we can clean that up later. So, you're going to have a hard time being useful. I don't love using a shotgun here, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Noise of 43 meters is actually going to be away from you somehow, which is wild, but true. I need to delay you, though, because oh my gosh, I'm in range of that guy. That's hilarious to me. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and nest again. Nest, I'm pretty sure... yeah, I don't get the stealth guaranteed crit because I am... Wait, I'm hidden, you're suspicious? Oh, right, I'm popping out of... Right, you're not in strike zone and I'm popping out of JTAC. Okay, I don't have guarantees on this. Can I strike zone you? No, sadly. Okay, I think I'm still going to greed, though, and actually try to kill this guy. Also, my crit chance is not really as high because I'm popping out of JTAC to do it. But still, no, there's no reason to go aggro on you. There's no real upside there. That's inside minimum range. Okay, that's not horrible. I think we just take these shots and it's fine. If you're in the buff, this should be fine. Which one? I'm going to do this. There we go. I mean, it doesn't actually change the true math of the game, but I just wanted to get the preview to look more accurate. Pretty sure I don't need Strike Zone. That is a 1200 damage stealth crit. You are dead. Who's the tankier one? The Street Warrior, technically. I guess we'll shoot you then next. Wow, I didn't crit that. That kind of sucks. It is what it is. I don't think I need to Strike Zone this. I think we're going to be fine. Static needs to get in range to claw somebody. If I'm here, it looks like I'm not going to be able to claw him, guaranteed. Yeah, too far away. Literally 1 HP. That's kind of unfortunate. If I'm here... can I get you with the pulse generator? Yes. Double checking how Redline works. It is claws only. Okay. So I think the play is just claw 3 times then to get the buff, which honestly should work. Oh, there we go. I'm in range of both from there. Good. Alright. That's the play then. You guys are angry. I don't really care. Okay, the game is lying to me. Sucks to suck. Okay, first it's a glance, but surely I don't miss every single strike here. Alright, it's something. It wasn't my favorite, but it's okay. That's going to be an easy claw kill as well. Might as well get the kill for 0 AP. Save somebody else the time. Even a glance would get him. Down you go. This might snap with 1 AP. Ooh. Okay, I can snap to the edge, and that's probably going to get me in as well. Great. We get a high-quality silencer. We get another eagle sight, which I can't use, but I can sell for cash. I'm away from the camera, which is fine. I can hug the left-hand side of the screen or map now. This camera's going to see me almost no matter what long-term, but that's fine. You're okay. Jackknife can now go sprint for this stuff. We're going to generate tally off that. I don't really care. We are almost certainly hitting reinforcements as the escalation. That is virtually a guarantee. Yep. And they're going to be right there in front of my exit. That's fine, though. It looks like they're all pretty... Well, there's a shotgunner who's got armor, but otherwise they're not too strong. Once again, I'm going to wait, let this guy walk towards me, which is pretty likely. Since we got a bunch of security events, I'm pretty sure they sent the entire team towards me. Yep, you're on the way up. And wow, he saw me right away. That's actually going to be a problem. I'll need to stun or kill you, or these guys get woken up as they walk over. Although my CK is going to be kind of busy. Actually, you know what? What's kind of nice? I have a lot of spare AP. Okay, so that's going to be... There should be a jump out. And then I can maybe duck into the corner here afterwards. Camera sees me. It is what it is. I'm going to go force shred you. There you go. And that's going to mean probably one more attack first. Unless I think claws one hit. They won't. We'll just go for the melee swipe. Down you go. I can take a risk and hide there. I expect to not get seen. I'm going to go take that risk, actually. I think it's a little bit silly, but... is what it is. Put you here. I'm going to yield so I can delay down to 13. And then kind of similar for bubbles here. Nest is still on for another turn. Let's see what these guys do. Maybe I can find a nice kill. It'll only be one shot then a reload, but right, I could get like a good strike zone or something. You're okay where you are. You can delay down to 3. You're on the way up. Okay, shotgunner can deal with that probably. Let's delay down the rest of the way. You're on the way up. You're angry, sure, but you're out of AP. And they're all going to be stuck right about that far up. So, okay, you had to kind of go a little bit early here. It should be okay. Alright, unless I crit, I'm not killing you, but I can use battery, and that's probably going to be fine. So, yeah, I'm going to go here. I'm going to strike you with battery. We get a bunch of tally. You're angry. Yeah, it's not guaranteed, but if I don't glance here, you're dead. 562, plenty of damage. I can't do any more delays here, unfortunately, so... Do I want to go for a stun or something? I think I'm just going to buff Static's initiative so that she can go first next turn if she needs to. And that'll be enough. That'll be enough to make sure I'm okay. You're still going to lay down to 1. Have the last guy move up. Alright, I think strike zoning these 3 is good. And then... I can deal with that. You're at 15. I'm not worried about it. 52 crit chance only. Well, that's actually a lie because I'm in JTAC. So, 67 crit chance. This is 67. I think this is still correct, though, right? Odds are reasonably high I one-shot this guy. But it also means that my Warmachine won't be in range. No, no, I don't have line of sight on you. Let's see. You rolled a 14. You rolled relatively high. Let's go take the shot. I think it's decent. We crit, so down you go. That is a reload. This is Jonathan being pretty useless, all things considered. You rolled well on initiative. And I can't do enough dancing to be sure that we're all going to be okay. I'm going to put you here, hiding behind a wall. That should be okay. I can have Jackknife, like, just brainworm you so you're not a threat. I think that's actually acceptable here. Let's grab my loot box. We get a third eagle sight. Splicer Mina Part 5. I don't know if that's the one I need or not. I never remember. Yes, the game is definitely... It truly appears to seed, like, here are the things we're going to drop, and then we're going to drop a whole lot of them. I am curious if... okay. Don't know if bug. Maps tend to heavily replicate the exact same loot. I've gotten 3 eagle sights on this map, and I'm not complaining, but I get the sense that loot is heavily replicated instead of re-rolling each individual weapon. Or it's really RNG and I am drawing patterns out of nowhere. Each individual like weapon drop. Alright. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's not, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just, you know, drawing on patterns when patterns don't exist, which is, you know, if you're a real human flaw. But, hey. If other people also feel that way, then that's what it is. But yeah, you rolled a 15. I don't want you to report me if I can help it. I'm going to brainworm you anyway. And then for funsies, I'm going to Venom Trap because I can. It's spending 1 AP on what is functionally only going to be like 100 damage, but I think it's okay. Let's see. Static is going to... I guess she could roll badly enough to be really, really sad. I'd be not okay with that. Yeah, so I... Yeah, I don't have the AP to make this guaranteed to go well. I'm just going to end my turn here. So, the odds of me failing this is going to be about 1 in 12. Cool. I didn't fail it. Escalation. They are behind me, though, which means I can likely get away from them. We got some guys. They see some corpses. It's fine. We should be fine. We should be fine. Alright, so Static gets to go. I'm going to run her to here. I think that's fine. Clearly in range of you. You rolled really poorly. We're going to Pulse Generator to make this kill even easier. Some pretty good damage. You likely get killed outright. I think 2 swipes here is likely to kill you. Let's do this. This way I get the buff. I can carry that forward. For funsies, I can Crimson Vector. They don't really need to burn that cooldown. And then, because I have AP to basically spare at this point, I just go here, and... Wow, 144 pure? Yeah, I mean, I guess so, right? I have, yeah, that makes sense. It's 126 pure here on this thing because I got... I think the mods are adding some of it. Anyway, make sure my sniper gets away from these guys. This guy's brainworms, so we're not going to have too many big problems, but you need to run around the map now. I would love to get hit by Tactical Surge, but that's going to be me going the wrong way to do that, so it's just not the play. I think you standing here is going to be relatively safe. These guys aren't going to chase me down too easily. There was a camera spotting here, but I think it'll be okay. Getting out during turn 8 is, I think, just barely going to be doable. Tactical Surge on 3 people is going to be enough. It's going to have to be. I think killing this laser wire to get 2 less tally is worth it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's too late. I've made the choice already. If I stop here, I will snap in. Cameras can't hit the same person twice in a turn. Ooh. Okay, it's my 4th Eagle Sight. Yeah. We do get our first E-rifle of the game, though. I'm looking forward to using this on somebody. We get a level 5 E-rifle. It should be pretty solid. And if I can keep from generating any mortality, we can at least skip one escalation, although it's very likely the enemy's going to find corpses. Where you're standing is going to be safe. Jonathan can clearly make some forward progress here. And for now, we'll hide you behind the barrels. Oh, I didn't think about him clipping the edge of that camera. Alright, well, too late now. Go ahead and go across this then. Because we're already going to escalate, who cares? Jackknife. Let's see. What's more damage actually, though? 306 plus 90? This is probably more damage in the shotgun than the bat. Also, the accuracy is going to be higher, right? 81 versus 65? Yeah, okay. So, I'm just going to go to... see if I can snap. Get a little bit of bonus movement. Go to here. No one else get the gunfire. Whack. And... yeah, I'm just going to take both shots. The brain room's to block reporting, not anything else. You're running up, sure. Static is honestly going to be fine. She could grab this. It's not going to save anything from the CK, though. Like, there's not... he's going through that location no matter what, so who cares? I think having her hug this part of the exit and protect the escape is correct. So I'm just going to leave her right here. You're following the CK, and you are as well. You're not going to be fast enough. Reinforcements there can be spicy. It's actually going to be a really weird spot for my shotgunner to deal with. Might be more brain worms, we'll see. You can go ahead and open the door and get yourself to safety. There's no reason to do anything extra with him. We've got the red key. He's going to sprint, and he's going to get out. I don't need his gun. Let's just get him out. Okay, CK gets here for 2. That's fine. That's kind of whatever. Yeah, these guys are going to be a little bit annoying. I'm thinking I can't really get much done no matter what. So I think I want to get to here. I want to predict their movements with look ahead. So I have a bit of info about this. That'll give me a little bit of like, you're going, yeah, they're all going out that way to the middle or like toward my Warmachine. So these guys can bypass them because they're not getting jumped. That's actually pretty useful to know. I'm going to yield down to 9. Well, yield so I can go to 19 so I can go to 9. I think static is... they're going to end up right here, so I think I'm going to go and stand right there. That should be functional and hide from these bad guys reasonably well. They should stop around here, roughly. I'm going to have you yield down to 9 as well. Okay, there's your full delay. I'm going to want to put buffs down for my team for sure. It's not going to be the easier for my sniper to be useful, unfortunately, but that's okay. We get another E-rifle. Ooh, wow. Nice. We get an even better E-rifle. And we get a really good weapon mod blueprint. I think it's one of the better assault rifle blueprints, if I recall correctly. Could be wrong about that, of course. I'm going to put JTAC somewhere like this, which should give both melee and ranged options to static. And then you can delay back down. Static's going to delay down to 8. You're on the way up there. Okay, they're all chasing the CK. That's actually really chill for me. I think Jackknife should fully wait and see what happens. It's going down to 1. And then here we go. Time for the expected movements. You're going to stop right around that corner. Okay, a little bit farther than I thought, but we're still okay. Doesn't quite see her. Oh, you're sprinting, but you're going that way, so it's fine. And yeah, you don't see my guy. It's okay. Okay. That's very usable as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to do another yield as best I can. That way I can maybe... not really, right? Like, I can yield behind bubbles. Doesn't really help me any. I think I just burn a stun on you, and we hope that this guy gets killed. I think that's the right play. You're stunned. I'm done. Bubbles can walk forward, and that's kind of it. Walking this way is better than walking that way, having to deal with this dude, so we will slowly get value out of that. Static can probably get some solo killing done. So I'm thinking melee strike is worth, and follow up with claws. Yeah, claws aren't going to one-hit here. I get seen. Oh, okay, well, I wondered if I crit, obviously. Yeah, you're stunned. I'm, of course, already spotted. You're going that way. These guys are all investigating this area, so I'm actually not too worried about them being somewhere scary for me. If I crit, you're dead, obviously. Didn't get it. It's honestly not unreasonable. Claw kill. And I'll just put you behind the barrels, which should keep you pretty safe from most prying eyes. And then you are able to just barely not be in footstep range, it looks like. That'll be fine. Off you go. We only got one tally this turn from, I think, somebody hitting a pressure sensor or a camera or something. Not the end of the world. We're chilling. Quantum interference, +4 tally, and that was it. Looks like a body timer's running out, and so we're going to get escalation this turn no matter what. Actually, several are running out from what I can tell. But yeah, they're hunting the laser wires and the camera, and there's nothing good for them happening here. So everyone who matters has already been running away. I don't think I need to sneak through that. There's no upside to me on doing so. I gotta feel like this is faster than that, and then I can jump the wall. I'm gonna yield to Jackknife and make sure I can't do anything too fancy. Okay, yeah, there we go. See, Jackknife can jump this. Let's put you here. That seems fine. We're getting a little bit of tally from that, but we were going to escalate anyway, so who cares? I guess they didn't wait for you to finish your turn, but it's fine. We can have Bubbles do something similar. Show up there. So it's another security event, but I'm not worried about getting caught. These guys are pretty far away, and we should be okay. Static gets out for 6 AP every time, so there's no rush. You can end your turn. Panther gets out for 6 AP every time. No rush. You can end your turn as well. This way, if we need to support, we can. Let's skip the dialogue. There's reinforcements. I get it. Well, they're outrolling these guys. Even the 11 there was not fast enough, so just let them act. You are hunting. You are going towards that still, as you look for the corpse. You're hunting and useless. You are hunting and, you know, you had a chance of being useful, but you're not. Not sure if the sniper gets out as well this turn, but if you can't get out, I will try to not trigger the escalation. But if you can, everyone else gets out too. Yep, okay, we're fine. It doesn't matter if this gets triggered. We are out of there. Sure, whatever. Alright, successful. Bodyguard mission done. Did take 40 minutes. Part of that was cleaning up all the boxes, but we are rolling in good loot now. Not even using the AR much, right? She's actually only played melee in this one. We've cleared the dangerous zone. Let's keep moving, get farther away. Courier extracted. I don't remember if we got out in 8 turns or not. We might have just barely missed it. Or it might have been exactly this one. D-Cartel, we're on alert for the courier, but we cleared a path. Good job to us. And yep, we finished just in time to get favors, which means we can use them to re-roll her limit breaks, which is good. That's what we want, actually. She is not a bad option. So there's one doctor power play, and it gives a service you can also get from a file set. I don't remember which one, because I never remember. But that is a real possibility for us. Cool, we've got 2 parts of Splicer Mina. We need part 5 of Vantra Drip. Dr. Karos is already done. And again, we just need to slowly get my cold storage up to like level 7. It's going to be a while, but it is what it is. As far as our new gear, we got 4 shiny new eagle sights. That's kind of wild. If you want to compare the old Street Dragon, same accuracy, but 50% more bullets, about 1/3 more ballistic damage, about double the pure damage, 7 more armor shred, even it's got better arc. The one range is not a big enough deal, but it's like, yep, that's pretty sweet. If you want to compare what it does to, like, actually we can make sure that this is actually even a better E-rifle. So the level 6 one is above. More accurate, more ballistic damage, more pure damage, better range. Noise is much worse, but that's kind of it. Yeah, pretty sure that's fine. And then to make the comparison here, I'm going to have you take this, unequip the mods, and then compared to the Eagle Sight, I get, yeah, 4 accuracy. I lose 12 ballistic, gain 46 pure. I gain 15 arc. I gain 2 armor shred. There's a bit of noise. Yeah, that can matter, don't get me wrong, but like, it's better. I'm going to sell at least a few of these. I will have one in storage in case she dies, but I'm going to go ahead and sell the Street Dragon. Right, I don't need the little baby ones anymore. We're going to equip the Eagle Sight. I'm going to go ahead and sell the Guardian class at this point. I guess we compare the Guardian class rate, and it's like, am I running this? I forget. Yeah. 4 accuracy. I lose 12 ballistic. I gain 46 pure. Like, yeah. Right. I'm going to go this way. So we can sell you for some cash as well. Wonderful stuff for me. If I want to compare the Eagle Sight to the E-Rifle, E-Rifle is much less accurate. I get, what, 64 pure damage for 100 ballistic. Actually, for 70 ballistic. I would still take the pure damage. It's more shred per bullet. Number of bullets is close. The big disparity, though, is it is much harder to get the optimal range up to the 24, whereas, you know, this assault rifle is already at 24. Even the arc is better on the assault rifle itself. So even a level 6 E-Rifle is not definitively better at full auto, but that's like basically just choosing range versus damage. I think it's, you know, comparable enough, aside from the fact you can't silence it, which, you know, could matter, but whatever. Anyway, she's got this. I've got the one suppressor here. I still don't have anything special on this one. And here we go. We just have this nice 29 meter optimal range. Noise is 33. I did not find a slightly, you know, I don't have a even better suppressor yet, but is what it is. Still pretty solid stuff. And then somebody at some point can use an E-Rifle when they have good recoil control. It's probably not going to be the Cyber Knight, to be honest. It could be. I guess we could do a comparison and say, hey, if I want to upgrade from this to the better E-Rifle, -4 accuracy, -20 ballistic, plus 75 pure, and even though with the minus bullet here it's fine, I think shred per burst is close. This is 200 total, this was, I guess, 210 total. Max range is better, optimal range is equivalent, arc is worse, but whatever. Noise is slightly better, but it can't be suppressed. Yeah, seems good enough to me. I think we'll go for it. And then I can put on some powerful batteries. So one more bullet in the full auto is really helpful, I think. I can bump the shred instead if I want to, but one more bullet per auto is a really, really good damage mod here. Obviously, the extra pure damage per bullet also really, really good. Don't get me wrong. And I guess you do get good enough optimal range increases here because you get to share from shotguns. And so I bumped this, and you know, it is, to be fair, like pretty comparable to what you can get out of an urban assault. And then we put on the optic here. It's shared here, so to make actually this, okay, I'm gonna be really nerdy here. I'm gonna come in and put, and I'm gonna not put on the scope because that's an unfair comparison. To be fair though, the E-Rifle can't be silenced, so they could both potentially have a scope. But now that I've put the best mods I have on them, the E-Rifle is more accurate. It is clearly more damage per bullet. It is clearly more damage per full auto. It is clearly more armor shred. It is more max range. I can get the optimal range even better with the scope. Only problem is, again, I can't silence it, so the noise is always going to be a bit of an issue, and the limited reloads. But also, I'm comparing a level 6 E-Rifle to a level 2 urban assault, so of course it's not going to be as good. Regardless, we go here, we grab this, and I can use my sword for quiet kills, and I can use this for loud, long range. 23 meters is not terrible. You know, pretty solid long range kills. Okay, there's that going through. Level 9 the Warmachine means I can finally go learn some stuff. This is already maxed out. This is maxed as I want it to be. I don't really feel like putting points in Crimson Vector to occasionally save AP. I think the investment is too high of a requirement. Like when you bump Slash Slide, you know, increase your odds of hitting more than one person at a time. This is just like, I save a bit of movement. I guess I can go up cliffs and stuff with this, but nah. I am pretty tempted to go into Burn Surge here. I can just burn this to gain some action points. I do not want to get this by itself. This seems pretty silly. I actually legitimately might sit here and not spend the point, and at level 10, go here, 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 all at once. That allows me to get 1 AP, 1 MP. I lose 40 health per hit, but that to me is worth it to get all this stuff. Then go to 3-turn cooldown at level 11, 12, and then probably do other things for 2 turns, but then at 15, grab this, like probably grab this, something like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit here and not spend, and then at level 10 I get all 3. Because I don't think it is worth it to grab this by itself. I think this is like very clearly pretty silly to lose 20 more health for 3 initiative. The initiative, to be fair, can matter. It actually can. But to me, I'm not going to do it. Scourge gets +2. I have not found that I needed Brainworm duration. I've been happy with the 0 action point cost, though. That's been good enough for me. So what I'm going to go for here is second charge dissolve at 1 action point, which should make it a lot easier to clean up my messes and feel good about it. I haven't found that I've needed more Neurotox Shell power or anything else like that. Detonation's not very good, in my opinion. It would have to do, like, probably double the damage for me to actually consider it. So we're going to go and grab the Dissolve Charge, and even though this only saves me 2 AP, maybe through the course of the mission, keeping up with my team is important. It's AP when I need it, which is when we're jockeying for position and people are running forward with all the buffs on. So that's going to be the build here. We are 50 minutes in, so there's no way I'm running Catacomb Trick. It's going to be way too slow. The Ricksham Drips Power Play I can do part 1 of. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a solo hack. And so let's go ahead and have this convo. I'm about to make a power play and need you to help protect a Ricksham envoy while they are in town. Oh, shoot. No, it's... Right, it's actually only Legwork. This is not one of the ones where it starts with that. I will try to delay if I can. I screwed up here. About my power play, need you to help protect a Ricksham envoy while they are in town. Exactly the kind of thing we're here to help with if the pay is right. Taking a huge risk, you will be well paid, and you can be first in line for my new product. You're going to be drooling over the new hacking and combat drugs in the Ricksham Drips. I'm not, because I can't buy them. You know the whole NBZ perks up when they hear the Ricksham has something new coming to town, but they have no network established in New Boston. Before they start feeding their product into the city, they need to ramp up some negotiations. They are sending an envoy and have demanded that I provide top-of-the-line protection. My connection, Dracio, mentioned you by name. They may have no network, but they have spies, it seems. So we're to play Bodyguard. Envoys being brought into the city along the southern wall by a coyote. We're responsible for pickup and protection. How long is the negotiation tour going to be? It won't be short. You'll need a merc for protection detail for a few weeks, and then we'll need to get the envoy back out of the city safely. He's insisted there will be multiple enemies eager to put an end to the talks. No one's surprised by that, but as soon as it's done, the new Ricksham Drip will be flowing into my waiting hands and then straight to you. Attempting a power play. If it fails, there'll be exposure. We complete a Bodyguard job, and then afterwards we will have the legwork going on. Remind me, what's the new product we can expect? Well, they'll be feeding me new combat hacking drugs. It'll start at level 4, and it'll go up from there. So, of course, we can accept the mission. Give us the time and place. The timeline's pretty short. The Coyote Hot Drop ready to be planned. Yeah, and it's due in 12 hours, so I definitely should have waited a little bit because I want my Underworld Hub tokens here. So, my mistake starts combo. I forgot how it goes, but obviously this is going to be required. I don't think it requires my Cyber Knight, but I obviously want my best people on the job, so next episode's going to be running the Coyote Hot Drop. Which means I think the recording this episode ends here, because I have not much else that I really can or want to do. I can double check through my gear one more time, but yeah, I don't really see what else I would affect at this point. We got a pistol silencer, which seems close to as good as what I've already had. It's better than the Mindscape. I think it's worse than what I was using earlier. Didn't get any new armors. I got some iron recharges I could sell, which, I mean, I guess. Everything else, though, pretty much fine. So, yeah, we finally get an under 1 hour long episode. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time for the Coyote Hot Drop. Bye-bye.